to Adrian Friel. Adrian sends it in to Gary Comerford. Back to Killian Cantwell. Sent towards goal, but Todd comes away with the ball for UCD and finds Mark Dignam. Dignam sends it to Paul Doyle. Doyle's long range effort goes to the left and wide. There's a headed goalward by Conor Barry, cleared to touch by Sam Todd, throw into Athlone, taken by Friel. Friel again. Friel sends it out to the left to James Duna. Duna jockeying for possession with Ozam. Knocks it back to Derek Daly. And a nice effort from James Duna, comes back off Lorcan Healy's left hand up. Paul Doyle with the corner for the students. Doyle's corner. Finds Todd at the back post. And his header has gone in. It's 1-0 to the students. Athlone jersey, and it will be a throw in to the students in front of their own support. Colin Whelan. Back to Jack Keeney. Keeney knocks it back to Paul Doyle. Doyle sends it out here to the left wing to Evan Weir. Back to Paul Doyle. Paul Doyle back to Jack Keeney. Jack Keeney sends it along for Kerrigan to run onto. Kerrigan heads it in. Verdon's effort, what a fantastic save by Nihal Schlingerman, the Athlone goalkeeper. That was a very good save. Has got it, but he's looking for some options. Knocks it back to Jamie Hollywood. Hollywood sends it to Adrian Friel, back to Hollywood, back to Wickstead. Adam Wickstead. And still with Wickstead. Wickstead and Hollywood have been doing 1-2s. It's now with Friel. Friel sends it to the far post, headed out by Harvey O'Brien as far as Macaulay. And Macaulay's shot just goes across the face of the UCD goal and wide. It'll be a goal kick to the student, which is skipper will have to take. Won by Dignam. To find Verdon. Verdon knocks it back to Evan Weir. Weir sends it for Kerrigan, but it's intercepted by Derek Daly. It's back with UCD with Sam Verdon. Adam Verdon, I should say. Paul Doyle comes away with it. And Colin Whelan tucks it in the net for 2-0. Just before half-time is always reckoned to be a good time to get a goal. Dignam now thrusting forward. Finds Whelan again. Whelan slips it inside to Doyle. Doyle sits it back to Whelan. Whelan's shot. Well saved by Schlingerman. Dylan Hand will complete the clearance, but only finds Evan Ozam. Ozam finds Verdon. Adam Verdon sends it out to Kerrigan on the right wing. Slips it inside to Adam Verdon. But the referee's seen enough. Month of August. The end of anything.
Yeah, I mean, Athlone had a couple of good chances there. The one off the inside of the post, obviously, was the obvious one. But I think they faded a bit towards the ends. Maybe the changes are needed there just to spice it up there. The bit of experience coming on. Could use a bit of problem the second half.
Now, Liam Kerrigan slipped the ball in there to Paul Doyle. Doyle has sent it in for Dignam, and it's charged down by one of the Athlone defenders. And is sent wide by Jack Keeney. That cast accounts a real opportunity.
Yeah, that's a very positive start for us in the second half now. I think regular viewers will be aware of the vision issues from the studio here. We'll just see where this chance happens.
And that was Mark Dignam with a shot that went left and wide. And it'll be a goal kick.
that is us leaning out of the window here to try and see exactly what's going on and bring you.
And we have a
latest.
similar problem at the other end of the ground. Now, that robust challenge by Dylan Hand has seen Colin Whelan fire the ball into the side netting, but it went unpunished. To James Duna. Duna now has Daly inside him on the left, and Keeney dispossesses Duna. Kerrigan comes away with the ball now for UCD, slips it inside to Dignam, to Doyle. Back with Kerrigan.
He's onside here.
Kerrigan onside, and slips it in for a third goal for the students.
Yeah, that's a lovely goal there, but that's the points. That's the point sealed now. But lovely composure just from Kerrigan. Take the extra touch, send Schlingerman sprawling on the ground, and just tap home into the empty net. So 3-0 now UCD, and still half an hour to play. 35 minutes to play.
So that's that third goal, as you said, is effectively a tin hat on it. Be interesting to see if Athlone can rally some sort of a comeback. And Derek Daly now for the visitors, but he loses possession to Evan Ozam, and Evan Ozam will send it back up to Kerrigan. And it's now with Colin Whelan. Whelan. And Kerrigan's effort on target is charged down by an Athlone defender, and it will be a corner to finds Wixted. Wixted takes a deflection off a UCD player and has fallen for Kerrigan. Kerrigan finds Keeney. Keeney finds Verdon, and Verdon's effort, Schlingerman has to dive.
He's let it run out for
slips it inside to Whelan.
He's onside.
Whelan trying to get past the Athlone defender, but they managed to effect a clearance. Keeney back on it for UCD. Keeney slips it inside to Verdon. Verdon sends it to Kerrigan. Kerrigan sends it for Dignam. Dignam down the left-hand side, hits it across, finds Doyle on the edge of the box. Doyle's shot is charged down, headed out by Derek Daly as far as Jack Keeney. Keeney sends it to Ozam. Ozam for UCD. Headed clear by an Athlone defender, and Curtis Byrne completes the clearance, which now sends substitute Shane Barnes, and he thought he was fouled, but the referee didn't want to know.
Entirely it will be a goal kick, but he actually
it's back with Duna.
Conceded the corner.
Finds Hollywood, and UCD managed to dispossess Wixted. Away comes Whelan. Whelan sends Kerrigan into the right wing channel. Kerrigan sends it back to Whelan.
Onside here.
And it's another goal.
That's another lovely goal there. Kerrigan just beating the offside trap, squaring to Whelan. That's to be welcomed.
Evan Ozam with the throw in for the students. Into the channel for Liam Kerrigan.
He's got the cross away. That's
and it's headed home. I was headed home by
Adam Lennon, just on.
Adam Lennon just on the field.
Yeah, that's a lovely cross. Marking not the best, but the moment that cross came across the penalty area, you could see there's only one thing going to happen. He had plenty of space, and that's into the far corner. That's 5-0.
Well, it's a while since we scored 4 goals, I'll have to say no.
Well, it's 5 now.
5, yeah. That's true.
You call the famous night in Athlone 12 years ago now, when we beat them 5-0 to win the first division title.
Indeed, in 2009.
Yeah.
And we had to hang around for a few.
No, but he scored 7 in that game, which
yes.
is a club record. I don't see this game going quite that far, but there's another goal in this for UCD, I think, yet, if we want it.
And cross come into the far post, and Whelan finishes. Whelan finishes, and that's his third of the game.
There's the opposite of the commentator's curse, I think.
Take it. Because, believe it or not, the way things are going with this division, it could be so tight that getting into the playoffs could be decided by goal difference.
Yeah, well, I think we're now 8 points clear of Athlone. There's no question that it's going to be the teams in second and fifth who will form the playoff. But for example, Colin Whelan's second goal, or opening goal tonight, the second goal for UCD, moved us ahead of Bray on goals scored, and now we're ahead of Bray on goal difference. So that's going to give us, if we were to continue, an easier.
And it could also decide whether you're second, third, or fourth, depending on how the points totals go.
Absolutely, players you can pick out, but certainly the hat-trick hero tends to get it.
Yeah. And in fairness to Athlone, the heads haven't dropped and they're trying to carve out a goal scoring opportunity here. Curtis Byrne, good save by Healy.
Yeah, good
and a
save.
clearance by Adam Lennon.